Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to XDefiant. The long-awaited return is here. It's here for the weekend. Anyone can download and play. Xbox, PlayStation, PC, does not matter. The servers are up this weekend. Jump in, try out the game, see what you think. It's been a long time, and honestly, I'm a bit disappointed. I really am. We're going to jump into that here throughout this video. Don't take everything I say here as gospel. It's the first day of the public playtest being back, but still, it's not exactly what I was hoping for, considering how many times the game was delayed and delayed and delayed, apparently to fix the servers, apparently to fix various aspects of the game. But when I jumped in today, I played for about 4 hours before making this video. Nothing really changed between this and the last playtest that we had. The servers themselves fundamentally are still horrible. They're really freaking bad. Now, before I jump into that, I would like to say that yes, of course, this is a server test session. The whole point of this weekend is to stress out the servers, get a feel for everything so they can get a bunch of data on their end as developers and make changes based on what the community feedback is like and all the data that they collect. I understand that aspect of it, but it's really bad optics when the game's been delayed almost an entire year now, and the servers, from what I can tell, are no better than when the game was first revealed last summer. It's pretty freaking bad. I would like to say the core concept of the game is still fantastic, and I'm still excited for XDefiant. I love the fast-paced arcade shooter. I do like the different abilities. I like how the different abilities affect different game modes differently. Like, for example, if you're playing something like Hot Shot, which is like team deathmatch / kill confirmed, and the top player gets super speed and all that stuff, if you're playing that game mode, you may lean towards separate factions as compared to if you're playing Zone Control, which definitely leads itself to other factions. Like, I do like that aspect of the game. It reminds me of a lot of Black Ops 4 in some senses. I find the maps to be beautiful, they're fun, they're vibrant, the gunplay, the weaponry, like everything about the game is fantastic. But the problem is, all of that gets pushed aside when the core fundamentals of the game simply do not work. And what do I mean by that? I'm talking about when you shoot your gun, your bullets going where they're supposed to, when you're around corners, not dying around corners, and just in general, the servers and the latency of the game actually allowing you to experience everything else that's good about XDefiant. Like, at a core fundamental level, the game does not work, and I have plenty of examples of that here. Again, I do know this is a server test session, but what I decided to do is just grab a couple of clips that I got while I was streaming today and while I was recording and everything, and I put that in my editing software, and I went through frame by frame, because I could tell when I'm playing that my bullets aren't hitting or they're not registering the way that they should, and when other people are shooting at me, either their bullets are like double hitting me or they're completely hitting me around corners, despite the fact that I'm like 3 or 4 feet around a solid brick corner that nothing can shoot through, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels really bad. Here's a perfect example of hit detection not working. We're going through frame by frame. I missed my first couple of shots, right? But then eventually I start hitting him, right? Here's going to be one shot. There's the first hit marker, 2 hit markers, 3 hit markers, and a 4th hit marker. His health doesn't move. His health barely moves at all, despite the fact that I shot him 4 times with an M4. And then when we go past that and we look at like the after action report or whatever, he still has 66 of his 100 health. So 4 shots of an M4 only did 34 damage. How does that make any sense? That fundamentally does not make any sense. And he's not near any teammates that could be possibly healing him. He's not playing a faction that is going to be healing him or giving him extra health regeneration or anything like that. Dude has 100 base health. Apparently 4 shots of an M4 only did 34 damage. That does not make any sense. I have a feeling most of my bullets are not registering, despite the fact that I'm getting the hit marker notification on my screen. Here's an example of bullet registration just hitting me before I'm even around the corner. So as you guys can see, like, I'm not even remotely around the corner yet. I'm using the AK here, just trying out different attachments and everything. But as we go through frame by frame, just watch as I'm about to round the corner, yet I haven't. I can't see anybody, yet I'm taking damage. How am I possibly taking damage right there? And I keep on going. There's a couple of guys there, end up taking damage. And it's one of those things where sometimes it feels like you die around corners. You're like, well, that was complete bullshit. But other times there are reasons for that, and you're going to be seeing that in this clip right here. I do die completely around the corner. At first, I'm like, that is complete bullshit. That makes zero sense. How am I still taking damage? But it's because I'm facing people from the cleaners, I think they're called, on the other team, and they do fire damage over time when they hit you. So when I died around the corner, that made sense. When I initially took damage around the first corner, that made zero sense whatsoever. Here's an example on a different map. I'm about to round this corner. That looks like the strongest cover you could possibly get behind, right? I'm taking damage. I get completely around the wood and the concrete. I'm over halfway through. I'm completely on the other side of this giant thing, and I'm dead. apparently, to that guy in the middle. I think the guy on the right may have been the one that actually killed me, but the guy in the middle, it's letting me know that they're the one that got me. I don't know exactly. It's possible the guy on the right was the one that took me out there, but it didn't show that, so it feels really bad when I'm trying to play the game and trying to understand what happened to me when things just fundamentally do not work. Here we are on another map. I'm trying to capture the B flag with my MP5. Some explosions are going off, and I'm going to be backing up here, and I'm taking damage. How am I taking damage? Let's go frame by frame here. Look at the first point of damage that I took. They're not even on my screen. They're nowhere near me. How am I supposed to play against Ghost here? Like, I'm completely around the corner. He can't see me. I can't see him. Yet I'm the one taking damage, like, even further around cover, and I'm still taking damage somehow, and I'm dying. And they're not even part of the cleaning crew, which does the fire damage. So, again, the servers are just fundamentally not working in this game. Here I am taking out this guy with melee here. Same map, same mode, same everything, right? But I take the guy out with melee. I'm at 60 health. Not really a whole lot. We're going frame by frame here. I'm getting around the corner. The guy shoots. He misses. The guy on the other side shoots and misses. You can see the tracers right there, but then I take damage randomly. Neither one of them is looking at me, and the bullet tracers are to my left. Why am I taking damage? Do we have like Team Ricochet bullets bouncing off the wall and hitting me here? Like, how am I possibly taking damage around the corner? And then you see the tracer coming again around the corner. I can't see the person, but his bullets are literally going around all the cover, and I somehow am taking damage and dying despite the fact that they're not even on my screen. I have plenty more examples of this, and I'm probably going to show them in this video because why wouldn't I? But that just goes back to what I was saying at the very beginning. I have been a huge supporter of XDefiant since it came out. I fundamentally fell in love with the idea of the game. I thought the idea of the game was fun, no skill-based matchmaking, a fast arcade shooter that people can run around and enjoy, free to play. Like, everything about XDefiant sounded fantastic, and when we got the game revealed to us last summer, I fell in love with it because the whole concept was fantastic. It was enjoyable to play. The servers did suck, but that was like almost a year ago. We thought to ourselves, you know, over time they're going to fix that, and then they delayed the game and delayed it and delayed it and delayed it, and now here we are finally almost a year later able to play the game again, and the servers and the hit detection and the hit registration and the netcode in general are all just as bad, maybe even worse than what they were when they first revealed the game. Like, what have they been doing this entire time to change up the game and make it better? Why has the game been delayed so many times if virtually nothing has changed? I'm not complaining about the weapon count. I'm not complaining about the maps or anything like that or the game modes. I like all that stuff. It's really cool. I'm excited to see what the progression paths are going to be like in the full launch of the game. But right now, the game fundamentally does not work. Like, the core concept of like your bullets hitting things and other people's bullets hitting you do not work, and that just makes the entire experience feel really, really bad. Here we have another clip, whole different map, whole different gun, whole different everything. I get that kill right there with the M16. I start taking damage from behind. I'm like, okay, well, there's cover right here. My teammates even healing me because they're part of the libtards. I get around the corner. Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, I'm being healed. I'm getting around cover. They're further away from me. I should be A-okay here, right? Nope. If you look back frame by frame, nope, I'm gone. I'm completely around the corner. I can't even see where the person was that was shooting at me. There's no way they would have had a proper angle on me. I'm around the corner. I'm even being healed. I still die. What the hell? What can I do differently there? You know what I mean? Here's an entirely separate clip, whole different map and everything. I see a sniper glint up there in the window, and I think to myself, okay, I'm just going to move over here behind this cover, get behind all these boxes and everything. That just makes sense. And thinking I'm okay, I still die. Completely around cover. How many boxes are there? There's boxes, there's metal, there's crates, there's rope, there's everything, but somehow that sniper either wall banged me because snipers have the best penetration in the history of video games, or on his screen, I was still out in the open, but on my screen, I'm completely around cover. It feels so bad that I, as a human being, am able to react much faster than this video game can, because I'm reacting, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing and to stay alive, you know what I mean, but I'm still dying because the servers cannot keep up with me, and I'm not even like, come on now, I'm like washed when it comes to video games at this point in my life. I am old as dirt. I've been playing COD and everything for way too long, but if my reaction time is too quick, I don't know what to tell you, man. And here's one final clip, just one final thing I want to show you guys. I'm getting kind of tired of just showing these things over and over, and mind you, this is not even every instance of this that I had today. It's just every instance that I personally could find when I was skimming through my footage while I was editing this video here today. Here I am, back on Echelon. I have 19 health, 20 health, 21 health, 22. I'm about to die, right? I'm regenerating health, but I have this giant wall right here. I'm like, okay, get around corner here. I'll be A-okay. No one's gonna be able to take me out, and then I take damage. How far behind the wall was I? Why am I taking damage? Why am I taking damage? How does this make any sense? You delayed the game. How long? Look how much space there is right there. Look how far around that corner I was, and I'm taking all that damage. And again, you can see he's a libtard, therefore he's not using the fire damage or anything like that. He just, on his screen, I'm all the way back there. On my screen, I'm all the way up there. Like, it fundamentally doesn't make any sense. The core gameplay experience of XDefiant has been a massive letdown for me. I feel like when I'm critical of this game, I have to backtrack and be like, you know, the game has a great concept and I love it and this, that, and the other, but you guys have heard me say that already, right? We're gonna stop backpedaling here. The game at a fundamental level does not work. Your bullets do not hit where they're supposed to, your registration doesn't work properly, and where you are on the map is not the same as where people see you on the map, and vice versa. Every kill I get, I probably screwed them too somehow because of the servers, because on their screen they're around the corner, or on their screen they pumped like 6 hit markers into me and only did 30 damage somehow. This shit happens all the time. So you can't even talk about things like the multiplayer maps looking pretty. You can't talk about the game modes and how the different factions interact with them. You can't talk about any of that when the core fundamental aspect of a first-person shooter does not exist, and that is bullet registration and server netcode. Neither of those things are working currently with the XDefiant, and the game has been delayed almost an entire year in an effort to fix this, and it's virtually done nothing. Honestly, this has hurt my hopes for XDefiant as a whole, because previously Mark Rubin did say that after this server test here, they're going to get all their data, and then they're going to be much closer to revealing to us the final release date for the game. Well, if the game is anything like it is right now, it's not worth releasing. It just isn't, because the servers are really that bad. And I guess I should backpedal a little bit here, going full circle back to what I was talking about back at the very beginning. This is a server test session. The whole point of this is to test out these servers, but who made these servers? Where are you renting them from? What is happening here? You cannot have a fast-paced arcade shooter with servers and hit registration as bad as what we are currently seeing within the XDefiant test. It's that bad. It's that horrible. I'm going to continue playing it because, you know what? I do still like the game. I do want to love this game. I like making videos of the game. There's a lot of interest and hype surrounding the game. Of course, I'm going to keep on playing it, but it makes me so frustrated to know how much this game's been delayed and virtually nothing has been fixed about it. I'm not even out here complaining that there's no new guns or whatever since the last playtest, or no new maps or anything. I don't care about that. I think the game in terms of content is fine right now. I'm excited for the full launch of the game and the subsequent seasons and all of that. I'm concerned about the fact that the game doesn't work. I'm concerned about the fact that if they release the game as it is right now with these servers, this game is going to die stupidly quick. Like, man, Gotham City Imposters back in the day had better hit detection than this. Freaking Homefront on the old Xbox 360 days had better hit detection than this. Like, I don't understand, with the current advances in technology, the money that Ubisoft has. I'm not sure exactly how much they're pumping into XDefiant or whatever, but I don't understand how a game with this much hype and this much backing, I mean, there's so many like former COD developers, former COD pros, like everyone working on this game. How does this happen? I don't get it. And I'm hoping that they're going to update the servers or change things or tweak this or tweak that or do whatever over the course of the weekend here to make things feel better, and then people can properly enjoy the game for what it is. Because at its core, this is a fantastic game, but the fundamentals of a first-person shooter just are not here. Again, bullet registration and server netcode. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope things get better. I truly do. But that is it for my initial review, I suppose, of the new XDefiant server test session. Hopefully things get better. That's basically all I can say right now, because I am incredibly frustrated and upset by this. As somebody, I feel like, I don't know, I feel let down by this. As somebody who's been like such a big supporter of XDefiant, has such high hopes for XDefiant, has had so many expectations for XDefiant, I feel so let down. I feel almost betrayed by how bad the servers are right now. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to be that guy, but dude, this sucks. This feels really bad. It's such a letdown. And honestly, it might be one of those situations where this server test session here will just kill off what remaining hype people have for XDefiant, because they had to wait so long and everything was up in the air and it was all a big question mark. But now that the server test is here and the servers are failing so badly, it may just turn people off the game even more when they already lost a lot of that initial hype that they had when they revealed the game last summer before they delayed it a dozen times. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video here today. I'm gonna keep on playing, keep on streaming, twitch.tv/NerosCinema. Check it out if you guys want to. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your thoughts and feedback and your experiences with the XDefiant beta down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.